So we had a 1-0 defeat on the opening day. What are your reactions to that performance?
I think the good thing is, even after them, we've lost 1-0 to a wonder goal first and foremost. I don't think the lad will ever let a strike like it again in his life. Listen, we've came to a side that have came and truly respected us from the word go. They've sat off us. If we had just had that more killer instinct in front of goal today, I think we win that comfortably. And that's the most frustrating thing. Like, I'm not sat here absolutely raging because we've lost 1-0 and we've been dominated. We've had most of the ball. We've got in areas where, listen, you can't not score. You can't not score. I'm not going to dig single players out, but listen, you have to score. And to play in that area of the pitch, it's criminal not to. So we've been in areas where we should have put this game to bed today. The frustrating thing is that we haven't got a result out of this game. Don't get me wrong, when we've gone chasing, of course you're going to throw a few more bodies forward and maybe a little bit more quality for them. They could have probably nicked one on the break, which would have really flattered them. But at the same time, far more positives on the main bulk of the game. And for us to go to travelling fans, which, by the way, there's plenty of them, and we thank them massively. It's much appreciated. But for all of their overriding emotion to be of pride and loving what they're seeing. Okay, it might not resonate with me because we've lost a game of football, but to hear that, we're clearly starting to turn the corner and do things the right way. And if we play like that, we'll certainly win more games than we lose. And it's a long old season, so I'm not concerned about the first game. There's been some strange results around the leagues as well, so it's hey, everything happens on a first game of the season, and don't judge us on the 10th of August. Let's see what happens by the end of April. So I'm confident. With players missing, significant players missing, to come away and take so many positives from it, we've got to be happy with that. We're not happy with the result one little bit. I'm sat here and I'm probably looking a little bit happier than I am inside because of the result. I believe we should have got 3 points, but we got none. And listen, we move on to the next game. We take all the positives into that. We get a little bit stronger, and this time next week we should be back to hopefully full strength and playing the same sort of football with even more ruthlessness. I want killers out there.
And there was quite a few new faces today. We saw Ben Allsop starting goal, Ethan Hulley up top, Riley de centre in defence as well, and a few full competitive debuts as well. What do you make of the new lads?
I thought all round a pretty steady day. I said to Ben, I said he's made their goal look even better because I didn't even see him getting that close to it. He's full stretch. He's done well with his feet, done well with his handling. He's kicked pretty well. So well done in that respect. He's conceded a wonder goal, so he can't be upset about that. Riley, I thought in spells was really good, really aggressive. He will fit the mould of us perfectly, especially being with us a little bit more. You'll see the best of him. I think he'll be a really good asset in there. Ethan was lively, some really good delivery in that game as well. So when we're looking at, like I say, full competitive debuts and people coming into the team for the first time, and of late notice as well, there's some pretty good positives within there. I just hope that we can obviously get to as full strength as possible. The aim of today was to come and just make sure that we account ourselves the right way. But as soon as the game started and we started to assert a little bit of dominance, then it showed me a lot of positives. So new faces really well, older faces, which is not many of in this group. Pretty good performances within there as well. Listen, the only negative of today is the result, but we're in a results-based business, so I'm not going to be happy about that. But there's so many positives after the first game of the season for us to really kick on and have an enjoyable year.
And we're going to the match on Tuesday against Quorn. Are there any players that you expect to be back then, or are we looking at about the same squad, do you think?
Probably we're looking at a similar squad. We'll look at a similar squad. Hopefully people are a little bit further along in their recovery, and people for the likes of Evan was able to come on today and be able to play and feature more minutes. But listen, I think next Saturday for the FA Cup we'll be pretty much there or thereabouts, and this weekend and Tuesday was about us managing the bodies as best as possible to make sure we're as fit as possible for the season, not just the opening weekend. So as much as after seeing the game and watching the bulk of it, I feel we deserved more than we got. The main thing is the season, and I'm pretty confident after a display where the tweaks that we have, the players that we have coming back in, I think we'll be okay, and people will enjoy what they're going to see this year.
Cheers, Brad.
Thank you very much, guys.